live, you know what I'm saying? Since I'm up here waiting on this daggone long bus, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we back live in this thing. Yo, what's going on? People trying to see who up in here right now. Once again, it's your man Slim Jim Longfoot, aka the GOAT King of America. You know what I'm saying? I'm live right now. I am live right now. Got some popcorn in my throat. Excuse me, y'all. I just got to eat some popcorn. Anyway, I am live right now at the MARTA station. And I was like, you know what? I may as well go ahead and do my review on Shang-Chi now. I was going to record it. But, you know what I'm saying? I really just want to get out the way because it's already been over a week now. And, you know, you got to reviews and reactions to stuff like such as movies and stuff. You got to do them when the iron is hot. And so I think Shang-Chi done cooled down a little bit. I wish I had did my review like last week. But,
Green line service has resumed as normal on the east-west line. Green line service has resumed as normal on the east-west line. Thank you for your patience. Line is 10:11.
like she said, the time is 10:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, GOAT time, and yeah, can't wait for my hair to grow back. I cut my hair too low, but anyway, it's a good little starting point to start it back over. You know what I'm saying? Get everything all fresh and everything like that. I got a bump back here. This bump been back here on the back of my head for a few years now. I don't like that because I never had no bumps on my head when I was a kid, and I got this bump. It's like a knot back here on the back of my head. Anyway, Shang-Chi. What can I say about Shang-Chi, y'all? It was a great movie. It was a great movie. Now the guy who played, excuse me, I keep saying Shang-Chi, excuse me, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, the latest addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, introducing, of course, the character Shang-Chi, who has been around since the 1970s, who had his own series, Shang-Chi, the Master of Kung Fu. That was the name of his series, the Master of Kung Fu, his original series, and so Shang-Chi, of course, came up in the era of, you know what I'm saying, where they was diversifying, you know what I'm saying, their superheroes, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, coming out with Luke Cage, coming out with, you know, Black Panther in the 60s, coming out with Shang-Chi, of course, came in the 70s, you know, thanks to the martial arts craze, you know what I'm saying, you know, specifically, you know, Bruce Lee and all the martial arts movies that was coming out during that time. So Shang-Chi was that addition to the Marvel universe in terms of comic books, you know, back in that era. And he evolved over the years, you know. He started out basically looking like Liu Kang. Like if you look at Liu Kang, how Liu Kang looked when he came out on Mortal Kombat, that was basically how Shang-Chi looked in the comic books back in the day, you feel me? So that's pretty much that tip right there as far as you know his origins. You know, if you really want to know more about Shang-Chi, you know you can find videos, you can go on Google, all that good stuff. You feel me? Anywho, Shang-Chi was pretty much dope. What Shang-Chi did for me. Oh, and just to let y'all know, this will be a spoiler review. So if you plan on watching this movie, if you plan on watching Shang-Chi, you haven't watched Shang-Chi yet, and don't want to get spoiled, then you shouldn't watch this review. Watch this after you have seen Shang-Chi, because I will be doing some spoilers. So letting y'all know now. So I'm gonna count down to 5 to let y'all know that everything from here on out will be spoiler laced. So if you have not yet seen Shang-Chi, you do not need to watch this review. Wait until you watch Shang-Chi, and then watch this review. Just to let y'all know, for those who are probably going to leave, so they won't get spoiled. It is a great movie. It is a great movie, and you will know why. I mean, you'll see why once you watch it. So go ahead and put this on pause. You know, save this in your like category, watch later, however you want to do it. But you know, if you have not yet seen Shang-Chi and do not want to get spoiled, then turn this video off right now because we about to get spoiling. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Now that those that want to get spoiled or those who have seen the movie are still here, please make sure that y'all subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment below, you know what I'm saying, your thoughts on the movie Shang-Chi and what you expect throughout the rest of the MCU, as well as, you know, share this video, you know what I'm saying, do all that day, you feel me? Anywho, like I said, we about to get into spoiler territory of Shang-Chi. All right. Shang-Chi, um, Shang-Chi helped out Iron Man 3. Shang-Chi helped make Iron Man 3 great. Why? Because one of the biggest blunders in the MCU's history thus far, the whole Mandarin thing that they did in Iron Man 3 was what was the term that got spit caught in my throat then. That's why I eat these masks out here. But I'd rather wear these masks than not have them on. You feel me? Anyway, it redeemed. That's the word I was looking for. It redeemed Iron Man 3 by doing that little bit of the Mandarin. Pretty much, you know, in my opinion, just made Iron Man 3 look like such a what the crap. You know, because the Mandarin is a villain of Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? The comic books, the Mandarin, you know, he's a sorcerer, you know what I'm saying, from the olden days, you know what I'm saying, he's almost immortal, you know what I'm saying, with sorcery and, magic type stuff like that. He has 10 rings on his fingers, you know, 5 on this hand, 5 on the other hand. That's how he is in the comic books. I don't know all the deep details of the Mandarin because I'm a casual Iron Man fan. I'm not a major Iron Man fan. I mean, nobody was really a major Iron Man fan until, 2008 movie came out. If you did not read comic books, you didn't know who Iron Man was. Don't even lie to yourself. You didn't know who Iron Man was before 2008 if you did not read comic books. You know what I'm saying? So that part. Unless you was a kid during that time and was watching the '90s cartoon. Other than that, that's pretty much that. Anywho, they redeemed Iron Man 3 by showing the man who is the real Mandarin. Now, just to let y'all know, the Mandarin isn't Shang-Chi's father in the comic books, but in the MCU, the Mandarin, or the man who was once known, or who has went by the name the Mandarin once upon a time, the real deal, he is Shang-Chi's father in the movie. And so we see Shang-Chi and his mom when he's a kid. You feel me? We see Shang-Chi and his mom when he's a kid. Well, basically, she's telling him the story of how she met his dad and how she beat his dad in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Because his dad was pretty much that dude. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't hang, you couldn't go toe to toe with the Mandarin, especially when he had the 10 rings on. Now in the movie, like I told y'all, he had the rings in the comic books are on his fingers. He got, individual rings on his fingers. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll play a player or whatever. But the rings in the movie are like bracelets that are on his wrist. So it's 5 on one arm, 5 on one forearm, and 5 on the other forearm. So that's how it is in the MCU. So that's how the Mandarin is set up. I didn't get a real chance as to understand the full scope of their power, but they were very powerful though. And like I said, if he had those rings, you couldn't hang with the Mandarin. You feel me? And so basically, not to give too much of the plot away because you know what I'm saying, about to be getting ready to go in a minute because my bus is pulling up right now. But just to let y'all know, I'm gonna see how long they're gonna stay till they get ready to pull off. I'm gonna find out in a second, and then we'll see how long this video gonna be because I'm not gonna be doing all this recording on. Well, I don't know, no, because yeah, the Wi-Fi gonna be gone by the time I get on the bus or whatever because all this Wi-Fi is wonky. But let me tell y'all, I'm gonna break it down like this with y'all. The fight scenes in Shang-Chi are freaking amazing. From the first fight scenes that we saw to the last fight scenes that we saw, Shang-Chi is on par with the fight scenes. You feel me? On par, like straight up. Hey, when you pulling off?
We got 11 minutes.
Okay, 11 minutes. Okay,
Yep.
cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get on up here.
Come on.
All right. Okay, appreciate it. So, as I was saying, so I got 11 minutes with y'all. So, as I was saying, Shang-Chi, great, great movie. The fights, the chain. Shout out to Aquafina, who was in the movie. I don't know the young lady's real name, but that's the name that she go by. She played the voice of Raya. I mean, excuse me, not Raya, but she played the voice of the Last Dragon in Raya in the Last Dragon. I can't recall the dragon's name right now. Well, she played, the Last Dragon that was in that movie. Played her voice. So the movie was dope. Michelle Yeoh was up in there. You know, you had You had somebody. This is a spoiler that I don't want to mention. So you had someone who was in there from a previous Marvel movie in there. You had a few people who was in there from previous Marvel movies. You had at least about three or four or five people who was in there from previous Marvel movies. Now, if you watch Shang-Chi, whether you watching in the theaters or you watch it at home, you know what I'm saying, if you're a Marvel fan, make sure that you make sure that you watch all the way to the end. There are two um, end credit scenes. So make sure you watch all the way to the end. If you watch the MCU movies, you know this by now. You know that they got stuff at the end. They've been doing this since the first Iron Man. It's nothing new, baby. It's been going on for 13 years now. It's nothing new. Nothing new. So since I'm on here by myself right now, I can talk freely with my mouth out. What's going on? I know y'all miss me. I miss me. Shoot, man. You know what I'm saying? Under mask all day. Now like an MCU character, I got my mask off. You know what I'm saying? MCU characters don't keep their mask on for nothing. Like Spider-Man got a whole outfit. Everybody knows Spider-Man's supposed to have his whole suit on, and he running around without his mask on. Why is Spider-Man running around without a mask on? We don't need to see his face every 5 seconds. We know Tom Holland is playing Spider-Man. We don't need to see his face every 5 seconds. Spider-Man is supposed to be masked from head to toe. We don't need to see his face every daggone 5 seconds. Like as soon as he daggone be a bad guy, he want to daggone take his mask off. We don't need to see that, man. We know who you are. You know, they started like heavily doing that, of course, you know, with Iron Man. Like every time he'll get, stop flying in the sky, he'll raise his helmet up. Like, okay, we know it's Robert Downey Jr. up on there. We ain't gotta keep emphasizing on that. We know. You know. Thor, he only wore his helmet one time throughout his whole series. Wore his own helmet only once, and that was in the first Thor movie. And then he wore that gladiator helmet in Thor 3, and that was it. That's the only times you seen him wearing a helmet. It's like, dang, Chris Hemsworth wasn't even the star back then, that they was daggone showcasing his face more than him just being the character. That's like Wolverine. Like we never saw Hugh Jackman play Wolverine with Wolverine's iconic mask, because Wolverine's mask is just as iconic as his hair, as his hairstyle. So, you know, we didn't get a chance to see his mask. It's like seeing Batman walk around without his Bat mask on. Like, we don't need to see Batman without his Batman mask. That's stupid. What's going on, sis in the building? Latanya Porter, what it do though? I'm up here waiting on the bus to pull off. I'm the only person on the bus right now. When the bus driver taking a little break, man, my mustache all jagged up. I don't like that. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm just up here waiting on this bus to pull off. I was tired. My beard stayed down all day. It stayed down all day. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm ready to go home. I'm tired. All these peoples. Oh, all these peoples, man. That beard. Watch this, y'all. Watch the magic happen. Watch this. Alright, that's good. Yeah. What ain't good? What happened? What ain't good? Yeah. Alright. But back to Shang-Chi, y'all. Back to Shang-Chi, because it's supposed to be a live review on Shang-Chi, but Shang-Chi, Shang-Chi. But nobody's up in here right now. Nobody ain't up in here. And like I said, sis, if you haven't watched Shang-Chi yet, you know what I'm saying, don't watch this review until you have watched Shang-Chi if you don't want to be spoiled. If you don't want to be spoiled, don't go back and watch the rest of this review. Because I'm spoiling the movie. And since you up in here right now, I keep the spoiling at a minimum, because I know you ain't seen the movie. You haven't seen Shang-Chi yet. I ain't mean to turn the camera. I don't want to see these chairs. Alright. Yeah, okay, I got that. There's something on my face. Well, yeah, so, anywho. Yeah, so, Shang-Chi was a good movie, y'all. It was good. Hey, darling. Lou. 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 can't see you, Dallas. I'm live, but I can't see you though. I'm live right now, but I can't see you. Yeah, and also once again, shout outs out to my homegirl Nelly, aka Chanel Tapper, on the loss of her grandmama today. Her grandmama passed today, on September the 10th today. Um, she was born in 1935 and died today. Um, Rest in peace to her. Have you seen any more Money Heist yet? I'm on season 3 now. Yeah, that show crazy. That show crazy. That's all I know. But yeah, that's pretty much that though, y'all. I mean, if anybody got any more thoughts, questions, comments about Shang-Chi and what y'all thought about the movie, definitely comment below. Hit my comment section up. You know what I'm saying? We can chop it up, talk about it, everything like that. I mean, me myself, I know a lot of people like, oh my God, this is like the Asian Black Panther. I know Asian people must be proud. Y'all gotta remember also, there are just more than just one types of Asian. You got Asians from different continents. I mean, from different countries and everything, from the Koreans to the Japanese to the Chinese to the um, um, snap, to Filipinos. You know what I'm saying? All that. So you know what I'm saying? Like shoot, you got all different types of people. You know what I'm saying on the stratosphere. So they have plenty of movies that they can always be proud of and reference off of. Yeah, I know this is like the first Asian themed MCU movie. That goes without saying, but at the end of the day, they are always represented. You know what I'm saying? We got to get on that level as well of getting major representation. Whereas we have more movies of us than just being drug dealers and musicians and athletes and stuff like that. But we are way more to that right there. We are way more than just that. We're more than just athletes, musicians, and drug dealers and all that crap. You feel me? So let's keep it pushing towards what we need to see, what we want to see on the silver screen or in the media. You know what I'm saying? Because the media is just trying to do evil stuff anyway. You know what I'm saying? Propaganda Day is tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Celebrating, commemorating the 20th anniversary of when a country attacked its own citizens, but used people from another country to do it. But let me stop. My bad. My bad. Anyway, we'll talk more about that tomorrow on tomorrow's Daily Vlog. Meantime, between time, I hope y'all enjoyed this here review. I appreciate y'all for coming out. Anywho, stay blessed up. Once again, y'all want to talk more about Shang-Chi down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Holla at y'all. One love. Hey, who was that? Oh, somebody.